It is a final against the Chicago Sky, and it was the worst nightmare.
Caitlin Clark made every single player around her more dangerous today. I'm looking at Caitlin Clark make an announcement today that it's over.
Ooh, I mean, she was getting after it, fam. Oh my goodness.
The Indiana Fever just dog walked, belt to completely just destroy the Chicago Sky on their home court today.
The Indiana Fever beat the Sky by nearly 40 points. They won 93-58.
Triple-double for Caitlin Clark, 20, 10, 10, 4 blocks, 2 steals. No one in league history with that stat line.
Who are you, Caitlin?
Just 2 minutes ago, one of the most explosive confrontations of the entire WNBA season erupted between Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. What started as a standard play on the hardwood quickly morphed into a fiery showdown when Clark delivered a forceful foul that sent shockwaves across the arena. The moment instantly ignited a near-physical altercation, drawing immediate attention and setting the stage for a night that would go far beyond basketball.
I mean, that was a big nothing. Wow.
Caitlin pointed, a little hard foul there. Angel Reese gets up. Aaliyah Boston shoves her, gives her a little stiffy. Hey, don't come at Caitlin. But look at her, Angel Reese upset. Oh my gosh, this was hilarious. Look, Angel Reese was pissed.
Angel Reese didn't hesitate. She got right in Clark's face, shouting, confronting her, and making it crystal clear she wasn't backing down an inch. But Caitlin Clark? Calm, unshaken, and collected. She simply turned and walked away, letting her performance do the talking. This wasn't just another clash, it became a moment that separated ego from excellence, emotion from execution. And by the final buzzer, only one of them left with the scoreboard in their favor and the entire spotlight firmly fixed on their name.
Angel Reese gets the ball. Caitlin Clark goes over, does a hard foul, commits a hard foul on Angel Reese. She falls to the ground. After that, Angel Reese gets up. She's feeling super spicy. She's charging at Caitlin.
In this video, we're breaking down everything that unfolded: Caitlin Clark versus Angel Reese. The foul, the immediate explosion, the ripple effect, and the undeniable fallout. This wasn't a random flare-up, it was a high-voltage exchange that defined the balance of power in this league. Let's break it all down.
Man, what a thrilling game and a way to get the 2025 season started. It just seemed like the better team eventually would win out in this game, and they did.
The Indiana Fever squared off against the Chicago Sky in what was expected to be a tight, gritty matchup. But from the opening whistle, it was clear the Fever, and more specifically, Caitlin Clark, had other plans. She ran the floor like a maestro, setting the tone with pinpoint passing, draining tough shots, and commanding the game with elite precision. The pace, the rhythm, the confidence, Clark was locked in from the jump.
Aaliyah Boston had 5 blocks, and I want to say this about Aaliyah Boston. She stepped up so much in the second half, and I have to say that is the best I think I've ever seen Aaliyah Boston play.
And Aaliyah Boston, she started the game. She looked like she was kicking off the dust. Let me tell you, missing bunnies, missing layups. But you know what? She actually didn't miss many. I don't know why, it just seemed like it, and she did great.
Down low, Aaliyah Boston was a force, owning the paint and making her presence felt. Natasha Howard, Kelsey Mitchell, Lexi Hull, each of them stepped up and contributed. It was a complete team effort, but somehow the spotlight always circled back to Caitlin Clark. Meanwhile, Angel Reese was grinding too, snatching rebounds, working in the post, and bringing her signature intensity, but it became clear who the game was revolving around.
The ball, Caitlin Clark goes over, does a hard foul, commits a hard foul on Angel Reese. She falls to the ground. After that, Angel Reese gets up. She's feeling super spicy. She's charging at Caitlin Clark.
As Chicago began losing their grip on the game, frustration boiled over. That tension finally exploded late in the first half. Reese made a hard drive to the basket, and Clark met her with a decisive, physical take foul to shut down the play. Reese hit the floor hard, and just like that, the temperature in the building spiked. It wasn't just a foul, it was a spark.
I thought Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark were cool, but I don't know, man. The way Angel got up, she was like, Look at her. She was still going out there a little bit. Look, took the jersey.
Angel Reese jumped up instantly, anger in her eyes, shouting at Clark, yanking on her jersey, and making a public display of her fury. Her message was clear: she wasn't going to let this moment slide. The tension was unmistakable. Teammates rushed in to cool things down, but the emotional explosion had already ignited a firestorm. This wasn't just contact, it felt like something much more personal.
She essentially said it was either Angel gets a wide open layup or we send her to the free throw line. It was a basketball play, there was nothing malicious behind it, I just knew I had to foul her hard.
And still, Caitlin Clark didn't react. She didn't retaliate. She didn't even blink. She turned around, walked away, and let her skills do the talking. Meanwhile, Reese continued yelling, still agitated, needing to be restrained. But Clark? Laser focused. No shouting match. No drama. Just results and numbers that didn't lie.
But if it's going to be like this, the Fever are going to be tough to beat. Triple-double for Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark recorded a triple-double, 20 points, 10 assists, and 10 rebounds.
Wait, did she get the triple-double? Did we get it? You guys are saying that she got it. Did she get it? Oh, she got it! Let's go! Everyone's on their feet. What a day.
When the game ended, Clark had posted a triple-double for the history books, 20 points, 10 assists, 10 rebounds, with an added 4 blocks and 2 steals. It was the kind of stat line you can't argue with. More than personal glory, it was the engine behind a total demolition. The Fever didn't just win, they crushed the Sky 93-58 in front of a sold-out arena of 17,000 plus screaming fans.
This game, this is what a sellout looks like. 17,274 fans, and it was fully sold out. It was packed.
While Clark elevated every aspect of her team's game, Reese struggled to maintain footing. Sure, she put up a double-double, 12 points and 17 rebounds, but her impact was dulled by inefficiency. Shooting just 35% from the field and missing crucial layups, her performance fell flat under pressure.
This is a basketball play. In my opinion, they called a flagrant for this, which I do not think was the correct call.
That the Chicago Sky and Angel Reese could have possibly imagined. Angel Reese, boy, she's ate up with class, is she not? Wow. Wow. Standard operating procedure foul. ESPN, your anti-Caitlin Clark agenda on full display.
But beyond the box score, it was Reese's emotional reaction that dominated the post-game narrative. The shouting, the confrontational body language, it all played right into the storyline that has surrounded her since her college days. Passionate, yes. But also volatile. And constantly juxtaposed with Clark's cool, focused demeanor.
I said that the Indiana Fever was going to lead the league in points scored per game, and they are proving exactly that. One thing that I did notice is that their defense looks so much better than last.
Clark, meanwhile, refused to be baited. She stayed poised, quiet, and locked in. When asked later, she brushed off the encounter, calling it a standard take foul, something that happens every day in basketball. No intent. No drama. No message behind it. Just basketball business. A response that showed maturity and leadership beyond her years.
One was a basketball play, and Caitlin also even said after the game, she was asked about it once again, and she said, guys, let's not make this bigger than it needs to be. If it would have changed the momentum of the game and we would have saw something significant, I would have been mad about that. I don't think that this is the hill to die on when saying like, should it have been a common foul or should it have been a flagrant? Let's leave it there, let's move on. We don't need that drama.
Aaliyah Boston echoed Clark's sentiment and expressed confusion over why Clark was even assessed a technical in the first place. Even Angel Reese, when asked postgame, kept things short and neutral, calling it a basketball play and moving on. But by then, the footage had gone viral. Fans already made up their minds. This was never just a moment, it was a mirror reflecting two vastly different approaches to pressure. One tried to inflame. The other elevated.
She turns to the ref, she's gesturing to them because she believed that Angel Reese fouled Natasha Howard. Now from that, Angel Reese gets the ball. Caitlin Clark realizes she is about to go up for what seems like a wide open layup. Caitlin Clark runs over and fouls her hard, and Angel Reese falls to the ground.
This wasn't just a flare-up in another game. It was a defining moment between two of the most talked about stars in the league. And it showcased, in full view, the stark difference between raw emotion and composed leadership. Reese brought energy, no one questions that, but her reaction became the lasting image. Not her stats. Not her play. Just that heated moment.
I didn't see the foul as being flagrant myself. Caitlin Clark, in the post-game interview, she made it a point to say, this is not, like, please don't blow this out of proportion. I was trying to do a take foul, which is, you know, when you try to, like, create a foul when someone has an easy layup, instead of giving them an easy 2 points, sending them to the line where they could possibly miss one, which also kind of stops the momentum of making a bucket.
Clark, on the other hand, never wavered. She buried the noise with a complete game. She didn't just win, she dictated the entire night. The scoreboard, the stat sheet, the crowd's reaction, it all bent to her rhythm. In a packed arena and under the national spotlight, she proved she wasn't just participating, she was leading.
Walk me through your perspective on the flagrant foul. What was the point you were trying to make to her?
It's just a good take foul, you know? If either Angel gets wide open 2 points or, you know, we send him to the free throw line. Nothing malicious about it. It's just a good take foul. Every basketball player knows that.
Caitlin Clark's stat line, let me just read it to you. She came away with 20 points, 4 blocks, that's a career high for her, 2 steals, 10 assists, and 10 rebounds. Like, who are you, Caitlin Clark?
Early on, there were a lot of blown layups, which could have even opened this thing up faster, quicker, but this wasn't really in much of a doubt from the opening tip, as the Fever just controlled the game, found one another in transition, moved the ball, and really just showed how difficult they're going to be to guard, because teams just have to make choices against them.
At this point, it's not about pushing rivalries or stoking media tension. It's about what happens on the court. And Clark delivered a message no one could ignore. It's no longer a question of whether this is a rivalry. The only real question now is this: how long will it take for the rest of the league, and Angel Reese included, to catch up?
Let's talk about Caitlin Clark's hard foul on Angel Reese. Now, when I saw this live, I was literally screaming no. I could see the WNBA stands getting into formation, getting ready to go to war for their favorite player. But in all seriousness, you guys, I'm sure at this point you have seen the play, either if you're watching the game live or you've seen it on social media.
Because tonight, Caitlin Clark didn't just show up, she took over. If you watched this game, you saw the power of that moment. If you didn't, now you understand why the internet won't stop talking about it. Clark didn't just answer the noise, she redefined the conversation on her own terms. The scoreboard, the performance, the poise, they all told the same story. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Was Angel Reese out of line, or was it just part of the game? Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more raw, real breakdowns. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.